Hey everyone, welcome back to Spark Academy YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to talk about the cells. Let's go. Introduction to cells. Cells are the building blocks of life. Every living organism, from the smallest bacteria to the largest mammals, is made up of cells. In fact, all living things are either unicellular, composed of a single cell, or multicellular, composed of many cells. Imagine your body is a gigantic construction site. The workers? Cells. Without them, the building wouldn't stand. Every single process your body performs, like breathing, eating, moving, and even thinking, involves cells. Why should we care about cells? They perform critical jobs, digesting food, protecting you from diseases, making energy, and even storing genetic information, DNA, that makes you you. Cell theory. What is cell theory? Cell theory is one of the most important concepts in biology. It's a set of principles that scientists developed to explain the structure and function of cells. Here's the basic idea. All living organisms are made up of one or more cells. This means that you, me, the cat, the tree outside, and even the bacteria in your gut are all made of cells. The cell is the basic unit of structure and function in living organisms. A cell is like the smallest, most essential unit that carries out all the necessary functions of life, like metabolism, reproduction, and growth. Think of it as the basic building block of life, like the Lego pieces that build a massive castle. All cells arise from pre-existing cells. This means that cells don't just pop into existence. They're created by other cells that divide and create new ones. There's no magical stork that drops cells off. Every single cell comes from another cell. Types of cells. Well, how many types are there? Cells come in two major varieties, prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Prokaryotic cells, the simple, no-frills type. Prokaryotes are the oldest and simplest type of cells. They don't have a nucleus or many of the fancy features that eukaryotic cells do. Structure. They have a simple design. Their DNA is floating freely in the cell. No membrane protecting it like in eukaryotes. Examples: bacteria and archaea. These little guys are all around us, in the air, in water, and even inside your gut. They're tough and can survive in extreme conditions like super hot water or places with no oxygen. Eukaryotic cells, the complex, high-tech cells. Eukaryotic cells are more advanced. These cells have a true nucleus, where the DNA is protected and stored. They also contain specialized structures called organelles that perform different tasks. Structure. These cells are much more complex, with many more parts. Examples: animal cells, plant cells, fungi, and protists are all eukaryotes. These cells make up most of the organisms we are familiar with, from humans to plants and animals. The parts of a cell and their functions. Let's dive deeper into the different parts of a cell. Just like a city has different areas, like the factory district or the power plant, a cell has different parts that all do their own important job. The nucleus, the control center. The nucleus is like the brain of the cell. It's the command center where the cell's DNA is stored. The DNA holds the instructions that tell the cell how to function, grow, and even reproduce. Without the nucleus, a cell wouldn't know what to do. Structure. The nucleus is surrounded by a double membrane and contains the nucleolus, where ribosomes are made. Function. It stores genetic information and directs cell activities. Cell membrane, the gatekeeper. The cell membrane is like the security guard of the cell, controlling who comes in and out. This keeps the cell's internal environment stable by allowing nutrients to enter and waste to exit. Structure. It's a flexible layer made up of lipids and proteins. Function. Regulates the passage of materials in and out of the cell, maintaining homeostasis, balance. Cytoplasm, the jelly-like fluid. Cytoplasm is the material that fills the space inside the cell. It's where all the organelles float, and it's the site for many of the cell's chemical reactions. Structure. It's a gel-like substance that surrounds the organelles. Function. Acts as a medium for the movement of materials around the cell. Mitochondria, the powerhouse. Mitochondria are the energy producers of the cell. They take nutrients and convert them into energy, ADP, that the cell uses to do work. Without mitochondria, your cells would be powerless, literally. Structure: they have two membranes, and the inner membrane is folded to increase surface area for energy production. Function: produce ADP, energy, through cellular respiration. Ribosomes: the protein factories. Ribosomes are the cell's protein-making machines. They read the RNA from the DNA and create proteins, which are essential for almost every function in the cell. Structure: tiny particles either floating freely in the cytoplasm or attached to the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Function: protein synthesis. Endoplasmic reticulum, the factory. The endoplasmic reticulum is like the factory of the cell. There are two types. Rough endoplasmic reticulum, covered in ribosomes, it's involved in making and modifying proteins. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum, no ribosomes, it's involved in making lipids, fats, and detoxifying harmful substances. Structure: a network of membranes connected to the nuclear envelope. Function: transports materials, synthesizes lipids, and detoxifies harmful substances. Golgi apparatus, the post office. The Golgi apparatus is like the post office of the cell. It packages proteins and lipids and sends them to the right place in or outside the cell. Structure: a stack of membranes. Function: modifies, sorts, and packages proteins and lipids for delivery. Lysosomes, the garbage disposal. Lysosomes are the cleanup crew. They break down waste products, old organelles, and even unwanted bacteria or viruses that get inside the cell. Structure: small membrane-bound sacs filled with digestive enzymes. Function: break down waste, digest food, and protect the cell from invaders. Cytoskeleton, the cell's skeleton. The cytoskeleton is like the cell's framework or skeleton. It helps the cell keep its shape, allows for movement, and aids in cell division. Structure: made up of protein fibers like microfilaments and microtubules. Function: provides structure, helps with movement, and assists in cell division. Centrioles, the division helpers. Centrioles are found in animal cells and help organize the cell during division. They make sure the chromosomes are separated properly. Structure: cylindrical structures found near the nucleus. Function: help with cell division and organize the spindle fibers. Chloroplasts, the solar panels in plant cells. Plant cells have chloroplasts, which are like solar panels. They convert sunlight into chemical energy through photosynthesis, producing sugar, glucose, as food for the plant. Structure: double membrane, contains chlorophyll, green pigment. Function: conduct photosynthesis. Real-world examples and fun facts. Red blood cells and their shape. Red blood cells have a unique donut-like shape, but without the hole in the middle. This shape helps them carry more oxygen throughout your body. In fact, they're the ultimate delivery truck of oxygen. Amoebas and shape-shifting. Amoebas are single-celled organisms that can change shape to move and eat. They use their cytoplasm to extend parts of their body and engulf food. They're the shape-shifting superheroes of the microscopic world. Plants and photosynthesis. Plant cells have chloroplasts, which allow them to make their own food using sunlight. This process is called photosynthesis, and it's how plants produce oxygen and food. Essentially, plants are solar-powered machines. Conclusion: cells are truly amazing, and they're the foundation of all life. From the simplest bacteria to the most complex human beings, cells carry out essential processes that keep everything running smoothly. Each part of the cell plays a specific role, like a well-oiled machine. Understanding how cells work gives us insight into how our bodies function and helps us appreciate the complexity of life. In the next video, we will see you with an interesting topics. Until then, see you. Thanks for watching.